All right. Hopefully everything's working. I keep changing computers. Really weird that way. Looks like our CPU's good. Now we're just waiting for audio. I'm waiting for my audio. Um, yeah, I think we're good. All right. I usually wait till the stream kicks in and onto my phone just to make sure everything's running. If I'm on the ball, that's what I do. So hopefully I'm on the ball today. Ah, crap. I can see I don't have, it's okay. I shouldn't be messing with that anyways. I don't have my controller, my link controller working. So that's okay. The least amount of things I have to play with, the better. That's for sure. I was actually thinking about, what I should be using for my backdrop today, on my TV back there. I'm like, shouldn't it be like the unknown, And I was thinking about, options. Look at that. There's a big old glare. I got to figure that out. I got to be able to get rid of that. That's better because there's no glare. That's a terrible picture. There we go. The Reddit seems to work every time. But yeah, we got some really good news today, and I was really excited to do the stream because you remember how much fun we had with the Mini platform as the Mini was being, introduced to us for the first time. I feel the same way as the Neo comes out, and this Neo is really making me excited. So, I mean, I could not wait to just, to have a little conversation, with you guys about it, because I know everybody's getting, okay, the first thing you guys are going to say is, well, they're not going to sell it in the United States. And then the first thing I'm going to tell you is that's not true. We're going to get this thing. That's why they're throwing it at us so fast. And regardless of what happens, we are going to get our hands on this. We're going to all fly it, and we are going to have again, I'm going to be positive here. We are all going to have an absolutely amazing time flying this thing. So let's look at it. Let's look at this little bad boy. Here, hold on here. I gotta do something really quick. I gotta recap. There we go. Now that's a freaking image. Doesn't that excite you? Drone Oki looks promising. You're never going to have a YouTube channel if that's all you're going to say about this. I'm obviously kidding, but I'm just saying, I get excited about everything that I think is going to be cool, and this one definitely is going to be cool. I get nothing from DJI. Has never given me anything except happiness. They've never given me a drone, but all I've gotten from their products is really good experiences. Hey, we got a new guy in town here. When did this come out? It has. This is Splatson right there. It has not come out, but it's going to be. It will be officially the 30th. So the 30th, it's going to come out the day before Halloween. So when's the Avata 3 coming out? Guys, this is the Avata 3. This is a leaner, I don't know about meaner, but, because of the batteries. Guys, you can see that the batteries are going to be freaking, less than exciting. but yes, it's looking freaking fantastic. Look at that thing. Don't you just want to give it a big kiss? Okay. All right. I mean, I know that's me, but let's see if I can, let's see, save image as, I'm just going to save it. I'm going to save this thing in my downloads. Save. There we go. And, I'm doing that because I want to be able to play around with it in a little bit. So let's see if I can, I got to be very careful. So, but this is a pretty good image. Yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. Eat possum. You're hitting the nail on the head, and that's now one of the things that if you look at the close-ups of the now these props are specially designed. These things are very different. I mean, I know you guys have to look closely through the prop, through the image, the prop image. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can blow this picture up real quick. All right, I'm gonna make that smaller and see if I can take this image and do something with it. Though there's our image right there. So I should be able to blow this up. Now look at this right here. Look at the edges of the prop right there. Right? Okay. So this right here, we're gonna look at those prop edges. These things are definitely different, and they're not gonna waste their time and energy on making those different props if okay, right, you know, right there, I mean, they're not going to waste their time on this if those props are going to be less than really amazing. So yeah, there is an odd prop tip, and that's all we have to go on right now. But I suspect that is the trailing edge of the prop, and they're trying to reduce the sound of the, you know, because props, the noise of the props is the tips hitting the air and reaching right, what are they reaching the speed of sound, you know, that sound, that pop. So is that good science there? Did I hit it even close? Okay, any scientific folks on here today, you guys can quickly tell me I'm stupid. I don't care. But my guess is it is. I'm just guessing. Okay. Now we get the leading. Okay, the leading edge is swept back, and yeah, it's going to change the airflow for sure. There's no question about it. Friedrichsen's going to talk about this probably on Tuesday, and he'll probably say something about the if they were four bladed, it would be better. You know, so yeah, so I think we're in really, you know, I don't see anything, you know, I see a two screw pattern again. I'm just looking to see if there's any kind of like quick release or anything crazy like that. So if that's not happening, we're not seeing that at all. So I'm going to go back out. So that area there is all we have to go on. You know, we got these prop edges. You know, we've got, there's the leading, there's an image right there. I mean, we can blow up that one too. And why can I not move this around? I got to do this. There we go. But once again, you know, that's all we had to go on, is that they did attempt to make a different prop design. And my guess is to drop the decibel level. Is it going to drop it much? I think Madstech actually talked about this when he was flying the 00. No, what is that thing? I don't even know. The flying box fan, I call it. Okay. And Madstech, he did actually give it a pretty good review, which is to me I think it's pretty impressive, because it's really hard to impress him. And he'll tell you if something isn't good, and I think he'll be pretty impressed with this. I really do. I think he'll give it a pretty good review. I think he'll tear it down and find some cool stuff about it. But this is definitely an 04 Pro camera. This is a Pro camera. This is an 04 Pro, not a light camera. We know that because this thing has dual rear antennas. So let's look at some of the other things we can glean from this. So let's see if we can find anything out. Now we got batteries. The batteries look the same, but they're supposed to give us about, I think, 18 minutes of battery time. You know, I think these were giving us 7. I was getting 7 or 8 with these. I'm guessing this will give me 10 to 12. Guys, 10 to 12 minutes is enough to do to really get out there and do some fun things. So I'm gonna take this thing out. I'm gonna take this thing out to the place that I took the Mini 3 out, and saw the Hawk, that area is this thing is going there. Now, one of the things is controllers, so is it controller 3? Okay, to me that would be a question. Is the controller 3 the FPV controller 3? Now that to me would be a question. Compatibility, and we'll never know until we get a teardown, and that's probably what we're going to see with Mads Tech. He will give us an idea. He'll tell us a little bit, oh, I got this chip or that chip, and then he'll talk about receiving and sending. But if this thing has the 04 system in it, then it definitely is going to be compatible with the 04. Now, we already know that the N3 controller is going to be working with this, okay? This will work with the N3, and the N3 is compatible with the ecosystem around the Goggles 3. So we're in really good shape with that. I really think that, that really is going to be, part of that, that dynamic, that's for sure. So, all right. So this is really cool. I love great news, especially great news that's just days away, just, literally days away. We get the, that advantage for sure. Let's see. Let's look at some of the other images that we have available to us. We did get some specs. So we do have a little bit of spec on this little puppy. So we do have some specs. Okay, I wonder if you guys want to hear, I can throw you guys over there so then you guys can see each other. All right, so as this thing goes through, but if I better leave it over here. Got to leave it over here. The reason why is if when I start messing around, I'm going to turn off I'll overlay the chat. So, okay, let's look at another image here. So that was the first one. This image here, these are all Igor Bogdanov. Now, the other thing that we should probably discuss a little bit are the sensors. We have two front-facing, I believe those are LiDAR sensors. We have a optical on the top, a conical optical on the top. So that's going to give us 360 on the top. And my guess is on the bottom, there's another one of those sensors, which is going to give this thing what the Neo doesn't have, which this thing has obstacle avoidance, true obstacle avoidance. And there'll be a lot of people running this sucker into trees. That's for sure. I'll be one of them. I'm going to put this thing onto the e-bike test. I'm going to have it follow me. And the beautiful thing about this is anybody's going to be able to fly this with anything they feel comfortable with. N3, goggles controller, and phone, and then no controller. So that's what makes this specific platform what people love. We love this thing. Okay, we completely love this thing. Let's give let me get the splats in here. Let's give splats in a moderator. We're going to give you some moderating power. All right. Thank you for joining us, Mr. Splatson. But Neo 1 have the obstacle sensors? No, it doesn't. Okay, so let's do a quick look, because I do have some basic setup. So these are, three, whoop style quads and the one thing that all of three of these have in common is they all work with the 03 system and the 04 system and the goggles 2. Okay, I believe you can. I don't know. No, Neo, you can't fly with the goggles 2. No, you can't. So all of these are good with the goggles 3. So, and you can see that I have my favorite props on here. I've got this, but let's look at the bottom. And we do have these two sensors right there. That's pretty much it. Those are basically going to give us the ability to sense if your hand is there so it can land. That's all those things can do. They don't protect you. at all. The other cool thing about the Neo is that you can fly it with the protection on. So if this is on, you can still get, like, it's almost acts like an ND filter when you're flying. I mean, it does degrade your footage. So cottonwood food, that's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, so the thing that we don't know yet is the scale. You know, at the prop scale. My guess is the prop scale is going to be very similar to the way it is, maybe a teeny bit bigger. You know, in the 2-inch, you know, class possibly. You know, I don't believe it's going to be this small. I definitely believe it's going to stay in this class right here. This is the, you know, this is the 04, and basically we're going to get a Pavo 20 Pro kind of look. Okay, so like a 2-inch, and it'll be very interesting to see what they do with that new prop. I'm really excited about that. I'm very stoked. So you know for a fact that this came up, this reminded me of back in the day when the new Mini would come out, and I would literally I would instantly hop on the stream going, I am going to be, you know, and then I'd start, you know, preaching, you know, it's the excitement, because that's exactly how I feel with the Neo platform. The Neo is just, but what we have with this is we have complete autonomy. You don't need to have a controller. You literally can, if you're anybody, you can fly it in any way. And this makes the Neo 2, okay, guys, the Neo 2 is going to be the greatest seller in DJI history. Now, the Neo 1, I think, broke most of the records. The Neo 2 will blow away the Neo 1. Every single person that likes a drone will be buying the Neo 2. Mark my words. The Neo 2, when I get the Neo 2, it will give me more clicks, and I will get more excitement around the discussions about flying that than any single drone that I've ever flown on my channel. That's how much excitement I have for this product. That's how good it's going to be. So I am very, very overly optimistic. So here we go. We've got, you know, flying with now one of the things that is very critical on this image is those two antennas. You see those two antennas coming out? And there's something that we also have GPS in this thing. This thing has return the home capability. So this thing will fly home, and it will fly home smart. This will have smart return to home or bypass mode. This thing will fly home like an absolute banshee, and it will go up and over and around stuff. If you watch my the end of the video I put up today, I'm not gonna you just go and check that out if you would. But I at the end of the video, I had the Mini 3 coming in, and I'm actually going to do a test with the Mini 3 where I'm going to send it out and I'm going to put it behind a hill. Again, a low hill below the position that I'm at, and then I'm going to just push return to home, and I'm going to watch that thing fly home. Using the terrain. It is absolutely it's alien technology with terrain following. I've been flying so many of these other toy drones lately, and it's been, it's almost like I've regressed, and now I'm not going to regress anymore. I'm only progressing now. Regression is over. It's only progression at this point. But we have some amazing tech on the way. All right. Okay. Basically the dildo. Yep, it will fly with that too. So you guys that like to hold dildos, you guys will be greatly excited by the fact that you will be able to dildo fly all to your heart's content. And you can see the goggles he's got on. Okay. Those are the N3 goggles. Bam. So we've got N3, we got Goggles 3, we got Dildo, we've got RC or N3, we've got not RC yet. This thing I know is going to fly with the RC2. That's another, guys, this thing can literally fly with anything. It'll fly with every single controller, except for the, you know, the old C models. Hey, Backdraft FPV, how you doing? Dude, this is a solid, massive yes for today. Like I said, I told you, I have never been so excited. I mean, you can feel my excitement. I will bend the you know, I will stop at nothing. Let's just go there. I will stop at nothing. I will get that. I will have that drone in my freaking possession as fast as I possibly can. And I am not waiting. I'm going to, if I can get that, I know I'm going to be able to get it on launch day. Maybe I will. I'm going to be on eBay checking out my favorite sources. Probably the source that I got my Mini 5 from. So that Japanese company that took 6 days to get it. I don't care how many days, but this puppy will be in my hands. It will come to the United States and it will rock this country. And you know, somebody said the other day, they commented on one of my I think it was a Mini 5 video. And he says that I can read your mind. He basically said that I know when you think something's good because you can't hide it one bit. You can't hide the bullshit. That's what he said. And he's right. I cannot hide my excitement for this thing. It is absolutely impossible. I can't go, I don't think I'm buying it. I can't do that. I can't do that with this thing. With the Mini 5, I didn't even try because they would say, yeah, you're not going to buy it because you can't get it. Now, the big question that we don't know yet, which will probably be leaked this weekend, is price. What do you think this thing's going to cost? Okay, this is my guess. This is what I'm thinking. You see if you think I'm right. That's my guess. You guys tell me what you guess. That's my guess right there. Anybody have anything close to that? Anybody in the same realm of guessing? You know? So that's my guess right there. $399. I think it's going to be a $399 kind of, and then of course there'll be batteries. This thing will probably push. This thing is going to push $499 with batteries, fly more. That's my guess right there. I'm thinking about that is my guess. I bought so many of these products and I know that DJI knows where everybody's price point is. It might be lower in the drone only version, meaning that you can, that's why I'm thinking it'll go $399 and then $499 with the batteries and the little battery case. I actually bought my first Neo with nothing. I didn't buy the batteries. I had to buy everything separate. I a la carted the whole thing. And I still love the Neo. I love the Neo 1. It's still good. It's still a great drone. Yeah, I mean, DJI can go $389. They can go $375. They can do all those different things. But I really, truly think that once they get, this thing looks very high tech. Okay, it looks very high tech. It just has that high tech. It just has that high tech thing. Now, can you tell me where those freaking antennas are coming out? I do not see any antennas on this picture. There are no antennas there. So where are the antennas coming out? Okay, no antennas on this shot. No antennas on this. You see that rear sensor right there. Rear sensor. This is your forward-facing LiDAR. LiDAR is freaking god-awful amazing. Okay. So, but look at this one. Is that a module that goes on the back? Are they going to try to sell us an FPV module? But there's dual antennas sticking out of the back of that thing, and that's not the only shot I've seen with the dual antennas sticking out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, a drone zone. Yeah, when you open that Mini 5, you're gonna feel like Christmas in freaking July, that's for sure. That thing, the Mini 5 is hands down one of I've only got minis now. I got rid of all my big drones. Big drones are gone. You don't need a big drone anymore. You can get amazing quality out of sub 250. And every time I say sub 250, everybody has it come apart and they go, it's not sub 250. Oh, go cry me a river, Mr. Sub 250. Hey, how you doing? Christian Cortez in the house. Nathan Foley. The antenna are a separate module. Ah, there we go. Do you believe it? I'm thinking, okay, Nathan, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. Separate module. Now, there's where our price difference, this is where they're going to freaking score on this thing. Okay, this is where they're going to score on that thing. Yeah, Nathan, I do feel that is a separate module, because if you look very closely, it looks like there might even be like two posts where that, like, for example, something is like this, like a fork can slide in just like that. So we're going, burp, you know, like that. Like it's going to get goosed with two freaking goosers. And that'll go on these two right here. There's two little openings right there. And you know that the Chinese are real weird about stuff like that. So they probably did that on purpose just to, you know, just to prove a point and create some sexual overtone. Oh, man. The transmitter module will be to fly more Guys, there's an open freaking forum on this son of a bee. I have no clue. There's so many things going on with this thing. Their engineers got together. And went, let's slap it up, baby. Let's slap this freaking, but everybody sat in these little corners and they went, we want this to be the greatest drone ever that you ever sold, and we want to make so much money on it. And I want you guys to I want your different engineering groups to get an idea. Everybody came back with a different idea, and they said, all right, put all those ideas together. Separate FPV module, separate freaking maybe there's another prop package too. Who knows? Maybe there's a new freaking goggles coming. Okay, so is that the Drone XL? Is that a new link there to help me out? All right. So guys, we have more links. Okay, we of course got this right here. Okay, that definitely looks like a different module right there. That piece right there does not look like it's part of the main, and you can see it's on it. The two antennas are tilting. That's for sure. And this could be. They call it the Avata 3 module. It's the Neo 2 Avata 3. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, Christian, I know, man. These things get crazy. This is Madstech mentioned this back a few weeks ago about the separate modules. Yeah, I think I did hear that, Nate. I think I did hear that. I don't have time to watch his. I watch his live stream on Sunday night. I don't know if some of you guys do, like I do. Here, let me standard moderate you guys. I got to get you, Christian and Nathan. But yeah, this is one of those things that, that we. Oh. But so what did I do here? Let's see. What did I do? I don't know what. I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't mess you up. I didn't mean to delete your message. Sorry, Christian. That's a mistake. What I'm doing is I'm looking at this and trying to work at the same time. I'm sorry. So we didn't. I didn't try to mess you up. Come on here. Let's get that turned off there. So just you can put here. Let me undelete that. Unhide user and channel. All right, let's get him back in here. Like I said, I apologize. Let's see. We're gonna make you a moderator too. There we go. Okay. All right. We got that. I think we got that straightened out. Yeah, I get wound up, and I'm really wound up about this. I know that's an 04 Pro camera. It's a 1/1.3 freaking solid camera. Yeah, let me look at the specs that you got, the Drone XL specs. I do have those, guys. Let me check out your link here. I'm not ignoring it. I only got, I've got, let's see if I can get, let's see what their specs are. We got the teaser stuff there. Let's see. Yeah, so let's see right there. Yeah, so we got infrared LiDAR, silent props, 15% more battery, upwards backward camera for safer flight. That's safer flight, not saver. Added transceiver for wider application and use on different connections. Interesting. I wonder, so that's a transceiver, so that could be for, maybe they've got it set up so it can work with possibly, my guess would be ELRS controllers. Does anybody have a comment about that? Okay. ELRS controller, controller compatibility. Okay. That is another possibility. Okay. All right, I gotta do some fixing here, but I think so. We got the and there's of course there's their teaser right there with their props. Yeah, so that right there is really, like I said, really promising, really good information. This is a cleaner version of the image. Look at that. That's a good one. You can clearly see the transceiver, but do you see how the transceiver interferes with the rear antennas, or excuse me, with the rear sensor? So that's an interesting thing. You have that round sensor, but maybe it doesn't need it, since, if you're going to fly this thing forwards, you don't need the rear sensor really, especially if you're going to fly it freestyle. Right, I've got to fix something, because when I posted up on your link, it messed up some of my stuff. So what's this? That's that's old news there. Oh, here we go. This is what I think you guys are talking about. Okay, so give me a second. Let me fix some stuff here. All right, I just gotta get out of here. Oh, let's see. I want to keep this. Let me see if I can hold on here, guys. I'm trying to, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, guys. I'm gonna have to relaunch my. I can't see my chat right now, so just give me a second. Sometimes when I launch stuff, I just want to be able to see your comments, because it's a heck of a lot more conducive to a live stream when I can share. Just take me a second here. There we go. I see you guys now. Yeah, go live chat there. I just got to pop it out. So I try to do. I've got a really big monitor that I've got laying this whole thing out, and I don't have a one particular way to do everything right. There we go. Now I got everybody back. So, all right. Let's see. Hey, Amzace, got you in here. Let's see. Let's see. Do you think about the 2-axis gimbal, true vertical recording? Now the 2-axis gimbal is not anything, anything new. I think I'd say that if it's these other ones already have 2-axis gimbals. It's not a true gimbal. It's basically a movable gimbal or a powered gimbal, but it is 2-axis. Okay, it's up and down. So we got up and down. Oh, we got left and right. So it can pan a little bit. I don't know. I have to look at it just depends on where the props are and things like that. We don't know. So we've got up and down, and we got, now we got rotation, right? It doesn't pan. No, it's up and down, and then it's up and down and then twist pan. So what that's going to do is allow for the twist shots, I think. I think that's kind of something that people, get excited about. There's a USB-C adapter. So let me get you back to the screen share here. But right there is the image I'm looking at right now. There's the module, the $200 module that we're going to have to buy. Yeah, so there it is. There's the rumored rear. Not much of a rumor anymore. That's definitely it. That's the top. And then we can see the rear and the rear side really good in that image. Wow, we have some really good pictures right now. The only thing we can't see is the bottom. I have not seen an image of the bottom yet. Let's see. Do you think about the rumored removable module? So what I'm thinking is the module is maybe an ELRS module. That is one guess, is that this will allow you to pick up ELRS and use your own controller. A lot of people want to fly FPV with their own controller. So, if we have an ELRS module, or maybe one that's programmable with other protocols, maybe Crossfire, ELRS, maybe it's a multi-module. Don't know. That is a possible, or just an extended range module. We don't know. But definitely 04. Yeah, it is 04. There's no question. This thing is 04 compatible. There it is, and it's got a heat sink on it. There's a big old heat sink. Okay, the heat sink is telling me, there's screws that go in, so it's permanent. The heat sink is telling me that it's a video module, meaning it's a video protocol, so because it's going to get hot. If this was just a control module, it would not have to have a heat sink on it. So that's my guess. Yeah, DJI wouldn't allow any programmable anything, that's for sure. So I think we're really beating the subject up, guys. We're coming on 50 minutes, and so this is going to be some kind of video module. Maybe it's going to be a video return module, like something like a monitor or something. Let's see, dynamic range claimed at 13.5 EV stops. Whoa. Guys, the dynamic range of these birds is getting so freaking amazing. My mind is blown right now. It's poof. It's absolutely poof. I'm going to be thinking about this all weekend. I'm going to be Wi-Fi. Yeah, it could be a Wi-Fi module. I don't know. We will know soon, because like I said, Mads Tech will tear that apart and give us the skinny on it. That's for sure. And I just don't have the technical knowledge to go there. All I know is what I know from flying for a long time. What would they do for it or with it? What would they add to it to make it better? That's really my questions, that really, that's a Neo 2. Oh, this is some Neo 2 footage possibly. We got some other stuff down there too. There's another drone there in that image, but I don't know how old that is. Mini 5 Pro, and then of course maybe that was the Mini 5 when they were testing it, but that's the Neo 2, and he's flying it with his phone. What else can we look at? We already seen this. We've seen this. This to me is and then you got some battery information. So this is basically saying it's 1606 milliamp hours versus 14 something. I don't know if I'll be able to see this battery. I'm going to take this battery out. See if I can. It's guys, it's dark in this room, so I don't know if I'll be able to read it. Let me go over to the camera and see if I can blow it up a little bit. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. I'm just going to put the battery down. I'm going to put the battery down on my desk cam and see if we can get some make some sense of this is the old battery. So I don't know if we'll be able to get in there that close. Probably not. I don't want to. Where's my? I do have a app for this that doesn't interfere with stuff most of the time. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Just be patient with me. I'm not prepared for this specific question. I'm just seeing if I can do it. I probably won't be able to see it, but sometimes I can. That's the thing. So it's worth a shot. I just got to find the app. I don't use this app very often, and it used to be integrated into my system, and I don't see it. They keep changing my firmware on my Mac. This is a Mac. This is an M1 Mac that I'm using just for live streaming. But it does have some. It does have the upgraded software. I don't. Yeah, I don't, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna play that game right now. I don't want to do that. But I probably can get it in with my phone. So let me just use. I'll just use my phone here, and then maybe get the answer here. All right. So here's my magnifier here. I just can't remember. I could have looked it up. I'm just curious if I can just see it on the battery. That's what I'm looking for. This one, 8.6 volts, so it's high voltage, 1435 milliamp hour. So yeah, it's 1435. So 1435, and it's high voltage. And that one is 11.5, or no, 7.16. So that's not going to be high voltage. Just a more capacity. So that thing, I don't see that having a lot of punch unless the battery is special. So we don't know about the battery. That's the thing. We don't know. And so all we have is what we have, and what a great drone. This thing is ready right now. That thing is ready to fly this very second. So, but I've had a lot of fun with these mini, these really whoop styles. Please don't ask me any questions about the Protoss because I'm very frustrated with that. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm very frustrated with it. I'm going to try some more this weekend with it. I'm going to see if I can. I do have footage out of it. I have not been able to successfully fly the Protoss in manual, in acro, and I want to fly it in acro, and it's not happening. Is it a remote ID attachment? Could be. It could be. It could be it's a module, so it could be multiple things, which is I got you moderated there too, DD fellows. Yeah, getting back to the battery here. This one here is not a high voltage battery, but it's a lot more it's 200 milliamp hours more capacity. 11.5 watts, 6.1 volts. So I don't know. And we don't know more than that, but and there, we don't know of any other battery options. If there's an interesting prop image there. I don't know. That looks like garbage there. How old is that one? October 25th. Yeah, that's old stuff there. So yeah, anyway, that's kind of where we're at today. You know, all I can be is excited. I'm going to see if there's anything else that's come through since I've started my live stream here. No, I think this is actually really important stuff that came through with the module. You know, I think that is truly an interesting thing. And most of us are probably not going to even worry about a module or need a module of any kind, because we're going to be very happy with what we got. If this thing was just like the Neo 2, or excuse me, the Neo 1, and it has sensors on it and has a little bit better battery and a little better flight performance, and it can still fly manual, I'm happy with that. I don't know what the external antennas are going to bring us, so we'll find out. Yep, we will find out. We will find out soon. But anyway, I'm into my hour. I don't want to really go much more than an hour because we think we've hit it pretty hard. I think by next Tuesday, we are going to be even more intrigued. We're going to have more stuff. We've got a much more capable camera. This is now some drone guy. You were looking at the camera specs? I don't have the camera specs on me. Does anybody have a link to the camera specs that we could basically look at? 2-axis gimbal, 19 minutes auto return, gesture, voice control. We got omnidirectional sensors. We got direct charging, which is nice. We can, that means I think we can directly charge the batteries. Is that what that means? And then of course we have things on the way. We have more information coming. I'm just looking to see if there's anything I missed. Goggles, we saw that those were goggles N3, so the inexpensive goggles are going to work with it. So we'll be able to get goggle footage. We know that. And that's about it. And we got this really beautiful shot of it. So, all right, we have no pictures of the bottom. None. I haven't seen a single picture of the bottom. Let's see. No. You only saw your post that there was a Mini 5. Yeah. Let's see. Hope those antennas are flexible. I know they moved. Those look like they're on a, they look like they're on a joint. Without that post, you would have probably found out next year. But yes, we still have the same top button. I don't see a side button. I'm just looking to see if there's any other buttons that are visible. So we have a top button. Let's look at this image here. Oh, here's our Drone XL stuff. So this will give us if there's any. I think if there's any camera info, these guys pretty much. I didn't look at the FCC filing. I can actually look that up. Let me see if I do have anything in my FCC stuff. It's been a while since I've looked at this thing. Let's look at this. Let's go down to our tag reports, PDFs, label and label recognition. Let's see if there's any multiple labels. See if it gives us a label other than the battery label that we already have. This is just the location of the label. Maybe shut that one off. That's sucking a lot of my juice there. But yeah, this is the site that I use for FCC report here. Osmo Technology, new device. Label and label location. Those are all, let's see, FCC test reports. External photos, we can't get any of those. Those are all applications. Antenna specs. Let's see if I can make hide nor hair of the antenna specs. I'm not getting anything to open right now. My computer is not being very friendly with any of this. I was actually thinking about getting my PC. This is there we go. No, it's just unavailable. Directly from the FCC at its URL. So yeah, I'll usually use my PC when I do this kind of stuff because it's a little more friendly for that kind of those kind of things. I think I'm gonna wrap it up at this point because we've got a lot of information that'll be easier to discern very soon. That's for sure. We'll get some pricing. Here's some pricing here. Let's see, propeller guards, propellers, $39. Two propellers for $39. That's normal. The batteries are $129. Wow. See, they're going to nickel and dime us with that stuff. That's what they're trying to do. Is instead of front loading the product, they're gonna hit you with all the little costs. And in a way, it's more conducive to people that buy, that can buy smaller things and that are more affordable when they just buy them a piece at a time. So, all right, we're gonna wrap her up. But thank you guys. I really appreciate all of you guys who came in and joined us today. And for that, I'm going to gift you out 5 memberships. So we just sent out 5 memberships to you guys. Drone Pilots Queensland, Till Pranks Do Us Part, Grounded Falcon, HD Rider, okay, and Mark R. White, okay. Congratulations, guys. I appreciate you guys. And it's a little bit of just a nice little gesture of thanks. That's all that is, just to be recognized. To me, that's what I use it for, is just some very quick recognition. And there's a lot of people that don't say anything on the channel. And what's nice is that if I do this, you get kind of pulled out of the obscurity. So thank you very much for popping in today. I really appreciate you guys. We're all excited. We know we're excited about this, and that's where we're at. And I don't know what else to say at this point, except for, you're going to see this thing fly. That's for sure. You're going to see it fly very soon. As soon as this thing gets in my hands, this thing will do a lot. I'm going to take it out. We're going to test it out. We're going to make sure that we leave no stone unturned. This little drone could possibly make it up the Red Mountain. There's a very strong possibility that this version of the Neo 2 has enough battery to get me to the top of the Red Mountain and back. It takes about 8 or 9 minutes, and the Neo, and this has sensors. So I was actually thinking about bringing the Neo 1 up there, but it's at the very edge of that ability. It would take a lot of juice to get it to the top, and then I would be literally, butt puckery on the way down. And everything is manual, so I don't get any help at all, sensor wise and battery wise. I have 0 extra, so it's basically gliding to the bottom, and I need just enough power to avoid rocks. So it's a little bit too crazy to do anything else. So, all right. And that being said, I thank you very much for joining me today, and have a great weekend, and happy Neo 2 to everyone. Very happy Neo 2. Let's probably leave with a beautiful shot of that very wonderful image right there. Look at that right there. Oh man, you just wanna fly that thing, Yeah, you're welcome, man. That's thank you for joining me more than anything. It's more thanks to you, that's for sure. So, all right, I am out of here, And you guys have a great weekend. Bye.